I'm Julie Jackson with Cox Automotive, and I'm excited to have with me today two of our esteemed leaders from Central Dispatch. Before we dive into today's discussion, I would love to have each of you introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Julie. Happy to be here. I am Lainey Sibble, and I have the pleasure of leading the Central Dispatch business, which includes operations and a sales team. We're really excited about the transformation we have underway and bringing new value to the industry and our customers.
Great.
Yep. And I'm Eric Schwartz, and I lead the product organization for Central Dispatch.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for being with us today. So our discussion is going to be centered on marketplace safety and what Central Dispatch is doing to ensure a secure marketplace for all clients. I want to begin the discussion at a high level and talk about why minimizing risk in the marketplace continues to be a top priority for Central Dispatch. Lainey, let's start with you.
Absolutely. Central Dispatch is the logistics marketplace driving our customers' business. And as is the case with any marketplace, having that trust between both sides is incredibly important for it to be effective. That way, our shippers and our carriers can feel confident when they're working with one another and know that they're operating in a trusted and safe place.
So maintaining a healthy and safe marketplace obviously takes a lot of work. What all is Central Dispatch doing to protect the marketplace?
It does take work, Julie, and we are laser focused on this. We have a team of people that is centered around marketplace integrity and looking at ways to continue to bring more trust to that marketplace, bring more trust to our carriers, to our shippers about interacting with one another, what they see on the platform, and helping them feel more confident in all the decisions they're making. That team is looking at user behavior on a daily basis, and if they see things that appear to be against our terms of use or something that we'd find suspicious, something like double brokering, something that indicates that might be happening, we'll immediately take action, whether that's investigating it further, deactivating an account if we need to. We are not taking a passive approach in all this.
On the technology front, one of the things that we're very fortunate being a part of Cox Automotive is we get to leverage the power of the overall ecosystem. So we daily are talking with our information security team, our digital security team, and we can really bring the power of Cox Automotive into the trust of Central Dispatch.
Great. Eric, I'm really glad that you mentioned the technology front because I would like to dive into the details just a little bit there. Can you share how user management tools like multi-factor authentication can help to enhance the security on Central Dispatch?
Absolutely. We're very excited about multi-factor authentication. A lot of us are used to seeing this on a lot of websites we access, where you log in and it asks you to verify you are who you say you are through your email or through your phone number. And that's exactly what we've brought to Central Dispatch, so that in the unfortunate situation where somehow someone else does get your password, they're still not going to be able to log in because they're not going to be able to do that verification step.
I think in addition to that, we're also building world-class APIs that offer security in connecting data between systems. So no longer do you have to rely on a plugin, but instead best-in-class practices that ensure that between your TMS, your CRM, and Central Dispatch, all data is flowing securely and in real time.
Let's shift gears for a second and talk a little bit about an exciting upcoming enhancement, carrier verification. How will carrier verification help improve safety for Central Dispatch clients? Lainey, let's start with you.
Sure. So one of the things that we do on the platform is we provide information about our carriers, about our shippers, so that the counterparty can look at that and make sure they feel confident about who they're about to transact with. With carrier verification, we are connecting directly with the FMCSA to bring some of that information about the carrier front and center. So it is easily accessible, and the shipper can decide right there, is this the right decision for me? Is this someone I want to work with? And what you'll see in the future is we'll do something similar on the shipper side as well, bringing that trust to both sides of the marketplace.
Great.
Yeah. I think Lainey brings up a good point, which is that we're doing this by working with other members of the ecosystem, working with government authorities, working with insurance companies. Our goal is to pull as much of that information into our platform as possible and put it right in front of the user at the exact moment that they need it, so they know exactly who they're working with and they could trust the other party.
All right, so we've touched on a lot of the technology enhancements, but now I want to talk a little bit about best practices for our clients, right? So what can our shippers and carriers do to help protect themselves from risk? Lainey, why don't we start with you?
So Eric brought up one of those items, and that's user management. It's really important that our customers utilize that tool. It allows a company to set up multiple users, and not only do they have their own login credentials, but they also have different permission levels. So not everyone can access the same thing on the platform, nor do they need to, nor should they be. And that's a really great way to safeguard your account.
You know, a couple of other things that our customers can do. Say first is we talk a lot about being the end-to-end transaction marketplace. Dispatching through our platform ensures that you have one system that is managing your data all the way through the transaction. Any opportunity that you have to dispatch on platform will ensure a safe delivery of your vehicle. Another thing that you can do is utilize our ratings functionality. When investigating who you work with, look back at the history. Being the transaction marketplace for automotive logistics, we have more information and more data about who to work with than anyone else in the industry.
And maybe just one item to add that's coming soon that I think will be a great tool for all of our customers, and that is real-time tracking in our mobile app. So that's going to launch later this year in 2024. And it's going to bring that visibility of where the vehicle is throughout that delivery process. So if something were to look off or not what you were expecting, you would know right then and there.
All right, well, thank you both so much for sharing your insights with us today. It's really exciting to see how Central Dispatch is committed to providing shippers, brokers, and carriers with all the tools and resources needed to transport with confidence. And of course, thank you so much for your continued trust in Central Dispatch. Have a great day.